Alright, so this is Super Mario All-Stars for the Super Nintendo. I'm gonna turn it up, that's a bit low. I remember getting this for Christmas one year. It's a compilation of 4 games at once. Okay, I just want to make sure that the controls are what I want, which I do. So we'll play a little bit of each game. Physics for this kind of feel slightly different compared to what they are on NES. But it shouldn't be too jarring to get used to. Some people prefer it on the SNES version. I'm a bit more favorable towards the NES version. But you can't go wrong with either or. I do know this game shows up on a list of like top Super Nintendo games. There was like one list I saw that was very, very weird that had Super Mario All-Stars as game number 1, Super Mario World as game number 5, and yet Super Mario All-Stars with Super Mario World was rank 11. And I was like, what? Was this like an AI generated list and not curated by a person at all? Probably needs to commit to something. I'm leaning towards therapy, but what do I know? I'm not even gonna bother with the warp zones. Isn't Mario Forever like some kind of Flash game? But yeah, that didn't even make sense. Like, you think Super Mario All-Stars with Super Mario World, oh, fan game, would be number 1, since it would have, like, 5 of your favorite games on there. It's like asking for a cheeseburger, but getting mad that there's cheese on it. Also, didn't this get like a Wii re-release for some weird reason? Like to coincide with some Mario anniversary? Man, you probably only got like the collectible aspect of it. But man, that must have felt like a disappointment if you were just getting like these games. I want to say Cole probably got that game too, but I think it's more like the Kirby collection that he got for Wii. Alright, so... Oh, wow, I finished with 69 coins. That's nice. Alright, let's show off some Super Mario Bros. 2, shall we? Yeah, it actually looks like daytime in this part of the level now. Back then, it was just like a black sky. May not even been a sky. So, this particular game is actually a reskin of Doki Doki Literature Club. can just grab this power block. It takes care of every enemy on the screen whenever it collides. I remember a VTuber making that joke. And her chat found it pretty funny. I see people don't understand what a joke is. I was like, actually, it's Doki Doki Panic. It's a game you have to beat 4 times, once with each character. I know things. This is around the time where Birdo was considered Astro. And then just didn't become Astro ever again. I don't know that, but I had to beat Doki Doki Panic with all 4 characters. It showed something towards completion, like 1 for each character. I never really done it myself, though. Oh, I missed. Look at that burp struggle. Yep. So you can grab the key inside one of those vases, or you could use Luigi just to shortcut your way through the level. Also, I think it was in the GBA version, you can actually rip off the ribbon on Birdo's head. Which is kind of messed up. I guess we'll play as Toad for a while. There was a time where people thought that Toad was the most useless character. I think Toad is actually the fastest? If not the fastest, he is the strongest. Speaking of the GBA version, I remember that, I think it was Hungry Gorilla said that she hated the voices in Super Mario Advance. Like, it just made you feel sad for attacking them. Or sometimes the voice clips are repeated. Oh, hey there, Moogle Master. Just so you come in. So really the voices for, oh, careful. Like, the voices in Super Mario Advance is more of a different strokes for different folks kind of thing. I'm not a big fan of them, but I don't find them that jarring that they repulse me. Oh, careful. Thank you for giving me the weapon I need to destroy you, Mouser. Alright, so that's Super Mario Bros. 2. Now we need to get into my favorite game of the whole collection. Super Mario Bros. 3. Does PCS X2 crash for me? I haven't had it crash yet. But I haven't used it extensively. I've only played like maybe 10 minutes of Dark Watch and it was fine. Did you use like the latest version? Because I know it had an update like last week or 2 weeks ago. Thankfully, I still had the BIOS files from a previous version. Oh, you haven't updated yet. I see. But yeah, the newest version works fine. So far, I have had no issues for the limited time I've had with it. Alright, so you can use this trick to farm lives. You just keep jumping on them, like, every time. And then you just chain a whole bunch of lives. Tony, don't remind me of that. You know why? Because when they were announcing that the Wii U store was closing, I got that version of Super Mario Advance 4 for the e-reader levels. And I think a week or so later, they announced that this particular game, like Super Mario Advance 4, was coming to the Switch eShop, or Switch Online. So I could have just gotten that version. Oh no, it's not your fault. Blame Nintendo for, like, giving you fear of missing out. It's like, oh, we're just gonna put that on the Switch anyway. It's like, what a nonsense. Yeah.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods.
Oh. They also call that FOMO, but that's what it is. It's fear of missing out. It's the same thing. I'm not gonna get the whistle, because what's the point? But yeah, you would get at least your second whistle in this fortress. Of course, there was one in World 1-3. You can get up to 3 whistles, which is kind of funny. And for the longest time, I thought there was a 4th whistle, and I could just never find it. Until I finally realized there was no 4th whistle. Those were the days. There's a potential for a 4th whistle in 1-1? Are you talking about either that ship or the white item house? Or is that some other kind of trick? The white blocks in stage 1-1 that you fall down through. Oh. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. Oh. Oh, it can't all be that lucky. There are some patterns that I can know quite well for the end card. But I don't know them all that well. I better not try to fly all the way to the end of the level. So it's a troll moment thinking it's a secret fourth whistle, but it's a lie? Fourth whistle just brings you back to World 8. I mean, to be fair, if you use a whistle in the warp zone, it always sends you to World 8. And if you're already in World 8, it just warps you back to World 8. Remember in the NES version where the first one was a dog, now it's a Cobrat? I wish it was a dog again. Oh, wow, I actually got hit. Okay, that's fine. There's another power-up right in here. Oh, okay, I thought I got hit again. Alright, Larry. Oh, Warp Marp. Yeah, they call it World 9 in the game. Oh, I'm back to my old self again. Nice thick hat you got there. Alright, we showing off at least one world of Super Mario Bros. 3. And now for All-Stars. Playing this as a kid felt very surprising and exciting, because that was before we probably knew about an import scene, or these games that never came to North America. Like, we thought back then that it was exclusive to this. And then years later find out that there actually was a Super Mario Bros. 2 that was this in Japan. That was released for the Famicom Disk System. Ooh, that big air. I remember there was always, like, alleged that the reason they didn't bring this to North America on the NES was because they didn't want people to feel like they were playing the same game. Capcom didn't care because they put out like 6 Mega Man games. Oh. I think that's only meant for it to be a power-up if you got a mushroom. But alas, I cannot get it. Maybe if I was Luigi. Difficulty was another alleged reason, which is also funny because other companies were like, we're gonna make the North American versions harder on purpose because of rentals. Yeah, it's true, Patrick, but you're mostly getting like a roster update and maybe some quality of life improvements. And if people were gonna keep buying them, of course they were gonna keep releasing them. But in any case, like, EA was not exactly the nicest company even back then. I think a lot of the scumminess really showed when they got the exclusive rights to sports games. Because back then, other companies were able to do sports games, too. I know it impacted Sega quite a bit. Mario does not look impressed. So, there you go. That's Super Mario All-Stars for the Super Nintendo. I already have a playthrough of it on YouTube if you ever want to check that out. Just be warned, it is an old playthrough, so you're gonna get a lot of graphical and technical warts. Just to warn ya. So, thank you, Red Dragon, for nominating this game, but I think it's time to move on.